My dear students, in the last class we discussed different types of input devices and we started to discuss output devices, right? So, monitor, printer and speakers, these are the examples for output devices. I think we completed explanation of monitors, right? We discussed monitors, regarding monitors in the last class. So, today we are going to discuss remaining output devices. They are, first one is monitor, that is over. Second one is printers, and the third output device is speakers, right? So, these are what? Output devices, right? Means we listed three output devices: monitor, speaker, printers. In the last class we discussed monitors, right? So, now today we are going to discuss these output devices, that is printers and speakers. What is a printer? Printer is also one of the output device. Means with the help of printer it is possible to get data or result, which is the information which is there inside the computer. That information will get with the help of printer on the paper. Means with the help of printer we are going to get data which is there inside the computer, that data is going to be get on the paper with the help of a device called printer, right? So, with the help of this printer we can get information which is there inside the computer to outside the world. That is, we are going to get that data on the paper. That data may be anything. That may be a text, that may be a picture, anything. That information means which information is there inside the computer. It may be in the form of text, it may be in the form of image, picture. That thing is going to be get on the paper with the help of a device called printer, right? So, this is what? Printer. Printer is one of the output device. With the help of printer we can get text information or image information which is there inside the computer. That thing will be get on the paper, right? So, this is what? Printer. Now, here we can observe two things. Hard copy, soft copy, right? You may heard these two terms, hard copy or soft copy. Give the hard copy of your resume. Send your soft copy to the mail ID. What is the hard copy? What is the soft copy? You see here, information which is there inside the computer, it may be a text or it may be image, that thing can be take outside, that is, that can take on the paper with the help of a output device called printer. So, that thing is called hard copy. Means the data or information which is there on the paper is called hard copy. Then what is the soft copy, right? the data or information which is there inside the computer is called soft copy. For example, you are taking a resume or you are preparing a resume which is there in the inside the computer. It is, you are going to create a resume in MS Word, right? So that data which is visible to us, which is stored inside the system, visible to us, is called soft copy, right? And we can take that data, that resume, that particular resume information on the paper. We can take printouts, right? With the help of output device called a printer, we can take printout. So that printout contains some information. For example, I am going to take a printout of my biodata or my resume. So when the data which is stored inside the computer is called soft copy, if that data or information is on a paper, means that is called hard copy. That is called hard copy, right? Now let us see classification of computers. Computer is mainly classified into two types. Printer is mainly classified into two types on the basis of print quality, and this printer is classified into two types. One is impact printer, second one is non-impact printer. Let us see here. Printer is classified into two types. Impact printer, second one is non-impact printer. Non-impact printer. So what he says, printer is classified into mainly two types on the basis of its working speed and its printing quality. On the basis of its working and print quality, printer is classified into mainly two types. First one is impact printers, second one is non-impact printers, right? Impact printers means, examples means, first one line printer, dot matrix printer, right? Means line printer, dot matrix printers are the examples for impact printers. Now let us see examples for non-impact printers. Non-impact printers. So first one, here we can observe three types. First one is inkjet, laser and thermal. First one is inkjet printer, second one is laser printer, third one is thermal printer, right? So we know the definition of printer. What is a printer? Printer is one of the output device. With the help of a printer, we can take data which is inside the computer. We can take that data into outside the world, that is in the form of paper. Means with the help of printer, we can take data or information which is present inside the computer into the outside the world, that is we can take that data, that may be text data, that may be a image data, that can be taken on paper. So with the help of printer, we can take data or information which is stored inside the computer into the outside world, right? So this is exactly what reverse of scanner we discussed, right? One of the scanner is one of the input device, right? We studied. So what scanner is going to do? Scanner is one of the input device which takes data or information which is there outside in the outside world into the system. That is data or information which is present in a textbook that can be transmitted into the computer with a device, with a input device called a scanner, right? So here printer exactly reverse of scanner, means with the help of scanner, data which is present outside the computer is going to be transmitted into inside the computer. So with the help of printer, what we can do, our printer is going to perform an operation called it is going to transform data or information inside the computer into the outside the world, that is on the paper, right? So this is what exactly a reverse operation of a scanner, right? So this on the basis of working and quality, printer is classified into two types: impact printer and non-impact printer. Line printer, dot matrix printer, these are the examples for impact printer. Inkjet printer, laser printer, thermal printer are examples for non-impact printer. What is an impact printer? What is a non-impact printer? Let us see one by one, right? So first one is called impact printer. First one, this is first one. This is second one. So what is an impact printer? So impact printer is one that print by striking or hitting device against inked ribbon. Impact printers use a print head containing a number of metal pins which strike an inked ribbon placed between the print head and the paper. What he says? This impact printer is a one which works, which contains one part called print header. Okay, this impact printer is the one which contains on striking device against inked ribbon. Means these impact printer contains mainly three things: print header, metal pins and ink ribbon. Whenever a metal pin hits, that particular character is going to be print. Means between metal pin and ink ribbon, a paper is placed. Whenever a metal pin is hit, that thing is going to be touch on ink ribbon. then that particular character is printing on paper. So this is called impact printer. And now let us see characteristics of impact printer. What is an impact printer? What are the characteristics? Means how we can say it is a impact printer means now we have to observe these characteristics. He says first one, impact printer. In impact printers there is a physical contact with the paper to produce an image. What he says, in impact printers there is a physical contact with the paper to produce an image or text. Means a paper is placed between an ink ribbon and a metal pin. So whenever this metal pin is working, it strikes on a ribbon, that image is going to be printing. So here there is a physical contact with the paper to produce an image. This is the first point. And second, we can observe impact printers are ideal for printing multiple copies. So with the help of this impact printers, we can take multiple copies of printouts. Due to its striking activity, impact printers are very noisy. What he says? Due to its striking activity means whenever the metal pin is going to hit on a ribbon, that is called striking activity, right? Due to its striking activity, impact printers are very noisy. Means we are going to get its striking sound. So we can say that this impact printer is going to produce noisy sound. And they are mechanical in nature. Impact printers are mechanical in nature. They tend to be slow, means its working speed is slow. And one more point, impact printers are measured with character per second. So impact printers are going to be measured. How it is going to be measured? Characters per second. How many characters are going to be print per second? That is the measurement of impact printers. Now let us see what is a non-impact printer. What is meant by non-impact printer? So here these do not use a striking device. Means in the non-impact printer there is no striking device. These do not use a striking device. The ink or semi-solid ink is stored in the processor cartridge, and the flow of ink is controlled by the processors. Means in the non-impact printer there is no any striking device. There is no any striking device. There is no any hitting device. Means we are not getting sound here. In the impact printer there is a striking device, hence we are getting noisy sound. Whereas in a non-impact printer there is no any striking device. Then how it works means, this non-impact printer contains ink, semi-solid ink means that is not exactly solid type, that is a semi-solid ink that is stored in a printer. Means a non-impact printer contain a device called cartridge. It contains cartridge. That cartridge is nothing but that is a device that holds this semi-solid ink. Okay, so this non-impact printer contain a small device in it, that is called cartridge of a printer, that holds this semi-solid ink. And how that ink flows means that ink flow is controlled by the processor. That processor is going to control the ink, semi-solid ink which is there in the cartridge is controlled by the processor. And next he says that which is this non-impact printer is very faster and print multiple color, different font, and it is also print different size of papers. Means this non-impact printer contains a semi-solid ink. It does not contain any striking device. It contains a semi-solid ink in a place called cartridge, printer cartridge, and the ink flow is controlled by the processor. And he says that this non-impact printer is very fast compared to impact printer. In the working it is very fast and can print multiple print colors. Means this impact printers are not going to print are not going to be used to produce color printouts, whereas these impact printers are able to print color papers with different font sizes, whereas these are unable to print different font sizes. They are going to print only same font size, whereas these impact printers are used to print different font sizes with different paper size also. A4 size paper, A5 size papers are also possible, are also used to print using non-impact printers. And next we can say inkjet printer, laser printer, thermal printers. These are the examples for non-impact printers, right? So this is what information regarding printers. Now I am going to consider a table, or I am going to draw a table that gives difference between line printer, dot matrix printer, inkjet printer, laser printer and thermal printer. Now I am going to draw a table. That table gives information between, or that table gives differences between these types of printers. Now let us see the table. See here, first one, printer. Second column, way of character printing. Way of character printing. And the next point, striking device and noise. Striking device and noisy printing capacity. Printing capacity. Now let us discuss each types of printers one by one. So first one is called line printer, right? Line printer. First one is line printer. So line printer is nothing but it's a one of the impact printer, right? So way of character printing means parallel impact. Parallel impact means it works parallelly, means it is able to print multiple lines at a time. So that is, it works. The way of character printing is parallel. Parallel impact means it is a type of impact printer, right? So that's why parallel impact. And striking device and noise. So when this line printer comes in, impact means there is a striking device and noise, right? So striking device used and noise, yes, right? And printing capacity is it is able to print 150 to 150 lines per minute. So it is having the printing capacity to print up to 150 lines per minute and now we can say what are the limitations means limitation of this line printer means it prints only one font, cannot print graphics and low quality. So these are the limitations. First one prints line printer prints only one font size, and second one what he says, low quality means printing quality is very low, and third one he says what, it is not going to print graphics, So these are the limitations of line printer. Now let us see second one, that is dot matrix. Way of character printing means how it prints means serial and impact. Serial impact means the dot matrix comes under impact type, right? Impact printer type. So here serial impact means it prints line by line. It is not going to print a multiple line parallel at a time. So it prints serial. That's why way of character printing is serial impact. And striking device and noise means yes, because it is a impact printer, therefore there is a striking device and there is a noisy. Therefore here striking device used and noise, yes. And printing capacity means we can say it is able to print up to 180 lines per minute. So it is able to print up to 180 lines per minute. And limitations means the quality is not good when compared to the non-impact printers. So here same limitations means here also same things. No, only one font size, here also no printing of graphics, here also quality is low compared to non-impact printers, right? And third one, inkjet printer. So inkjet printer, here the way of character printing is parallel non-impact. Parallel non-impact. And here striking device, no noisy. When a striking device is no means noise is also not there. And it is prints 150 to 14 dot per second. So how it works means it prints 150 to 1400 dots per second. See here how this inkjet printer differ from compared to others means way of character printing is parallel non-impact printer. Parallel non-impact printer means it is a type of non-impact printer, and here how it works means characters are printing parallelly, means parallel lines are going to be printed, not serially. And striking device used no noise. When striking device is not at all means noise is also not there, because this inkjet comes under non-impact printer. So therefore there is no striking device, means there is no noise. And printing capacity means it prints 150 to 1400 dots per second. So this is the printing capacity. And its limitation means slower as compared to laser printer, means its working is slower as compared to laser printer. Now comes laser printer. Laser printer. Fourth one is laser printer. Here way of character printing is here also parallel non-impact. Parallel non-impact. Here also there is no striking device and there is no noise, and it prints 1200 dots per second. See here this laser printer is how it works means the way of working means parallel and non-impact printer. Here also when it is a non-impact printer means there is no striking device, therefore there is no striking device, there is no noisy, and it prints 1200 dots per second. 1200 dots per second is its printing capacity. And here the limitation means this laser printer costlier than impact printer. Here the limitations of this laser printer means it is costlier compared to all other printers, as well as its maintenance cost is more. These are the limitations of laser printer. What are the laser printer limitations? Its cost is more compared to inkjet printer, as well as its maintenance cost is also more. And next one, third one, or fifth one, that is last one, that is thermal printer. Thermal printer. So how it works, how the way of character printing in thermal is serial non-impact. Serial non-impact. And here is also there is no striking device and there is no sound. And see here how this thermal printer is differ means this thermal printer working is serial non-impact, means here also there is no striking device, means Here it is an example for non-impact printer, and here working is serially. It is not going to print parallel lines at a time, it prints line by line. That's why serial non-impact printer. And this thermal printer also does not contain a striking device, hence I written here no. When there is no striking device means there is no noisy sound. And commonly this thermal printers are going to be used most in the field of fax machines. Means how the fax machine works means that fax machine works on the basis of this thermal printer. This thermal printer means fax machines are working on the basis of this thermal printers. And what are the limitations means printed matter on paper fade after a few or 2 days. Means what we are taking printouts with the help of this thermal printer, that content, that data is not there permanently on paper. That data is going to be vanish, or that data is going to be destroyed, fade within a week or 2 days. This is the limitation of this thermal printer. And one more thing, one more limitation means this thermal printer is going to provide poor quality of printer. Means what we are getting printout from this thermal, that is not a quality one. It is a poor quality printout. So this information or this table gives differences between different types of printers. Means with the help of this table we are able to understand impact printers as well as non-impact printers, right? Now the remaining is next output device, that is speakers. I think you may have seen speakers, right? So what are these speakers means? These are also the one of the output devices. These speakers also examples for output devices. These speakers are the output devices. The sound signals from analog or digital are converted into audible frequency in the speakers and produce voice output, that is audio data. What are speakers? Speakers are the examples for output devices, or we can say speakers are also the output devices. They are going to produce, they are going to convert analog or digital signal into audible frequency of sound. Means these speakers are going to provide sounds. These speakers are going to give result in the form of audible sound, right? Whereas printer is the output device, it gives data in the form of it is going to give data, it is going to represent data in the form of text or image, right? So like that the speakers are going to give data result in the form of sound. So we get sound as a result, means we have to take this output device called speakers. And he says that using speakers along with speech synthesis software. Which software? Speech synthesis software. Speech so that means this speaker contains along with speech synthesis software, the computer can provide voice output. Means this speaker include speech synthesis software that is going to provide audible sound, and these speakers are going to be used in different fields, like they are going to be used in airlines, banks, automatic telephone inquiry system, etc. Right? We can use these speakers in airlines or in trains also, right, to announcement purpose. So in the airlines, and next he says banking system, automatic telephone inquiry. So here we are going to use these speakers. Also in the home also we are going to use speakers to get audible sound. So this is what we discussed today, different types of output devices, right? So we studied input devices, we listed input devices, and we studied input devices, and afterwards we listed output devices, monitor, printer, speakers. We discussed in detail these output devices. So in the next class I am going to take other device, that is memory devices, right? The chapter name is input, output and memory devices. We are discussing this chapter, right? So input devices are over, output devices are over. In the next class I am going to take memory devices. Thank you.